into my eyes, look into my eyes. Doesn't matter if they're blue, green, brown, they flash like fire. Colors of the earth, colors of the earth. Take your flag and stick it where you like, I'm reaching higher. Oh darling, and if you think the planet's grip can hold me back, I am a rocket, there's no way you could stop me if you tried. I never felt so free as I do right now, no way that I'm ever coming down. I'm on my way to leave the atmosphere, it's all coming clear. Say your au revoir, baby, I was made for the stars. Listen to my voice, listen to my voice. Coming at you like a lion's roar, I won't go quietly. Take a picture now, take a picture now. Go on, point the hubble at me, don't lose sight, I'm high society. Oh honey, if you believe in gravity, just watch and learn. I am a rocket, there's no way you could stop me if you tried. I never felt so free as I do right now, no way that I'm ever coming down. I'm on my way to leave the atmosphere, it's all coming clear. Better say your au revoir, baby, I was made for the stars. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. I am a rocket, there's no way you can stop me if you tried. I never felt so free like I do right now, no way that I'm ever coming down. I'm on my way to leave the atmosphere, it's all coming clear. Say your au revoir, I was made for the stars, they're shining bright. Look out, I'm dynamite. Say your au revoir, mom, I was made for the stars. Look into my eyes, look into my eyes. Doesn't matter if they're blue, green, brown, they flash like fire. Colors of the earth, colors of the earth. Take your flag and stick it where you like, I'm reaching higher. Oh darling, and if you think the planet's grip can hold me back, I am a rocket, there's no way you could stop me if you tried. I never felt so free as I do right now, no way that I'm ever coming down. I'm on my way to leave the atmosphere, it's all coming clear. Say your au revoir.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to tonight's broadcast. We on a little bit early tonight because we are doing some commentary for OFR North American Division here tonight. So the guys are just about to get underway here. So what you see on the screen is they're just doing a practice start to make sure there's no pick glitches, making sure everybody doesn't get stuck on the line, anything like that. So welcome everybody. Craig Cook, how's it going? I hope you're having a fantastic evening. Ghost Viper Gaming coming in with a massive raid. Welcome GVG squad and viewers. Ghost Viper, my man, I love you so much. You're just an awesome dude. And I hope your stream is just absolutely fantastic, my guy. We have Ray coming in with a raid. Viper Gaming inbound. There's only Bloody Ray. You good, bud? Hello. I'm good, bud. Hey, welcome everybody. Stefan coming in, showing the love. Holy moly, welcome everybody. So, this is a spa race today, ladies and gentlemen, and this one is in the rain. So, we're going to be running 15 laps at spa in the rain. So, I hope you guys brought your umbrellas. I hope you got your rain suits on. And yeah, enjoy this race. It's going to be interesting. We all know what it's like driving in the rain. So, this is a team series today. The only tires these guys can use, obviously, are the heavy wet and or the racing intermediate tires. And this race will probably take about 40 to 45 minutes if I had to guess. So, we are missing a ton of drivers as the qualifier is already starting here, which is fantastic. Let me grab my equipment and let's get this thing going. Oh, all right. We qualifying, chat. We qualifying. Nobody's out yet. Due to it being so close to Christmas time in the holiday season, whenever we are a week away from Christmas, some of the drivers just weren't able to make the race tonight, so we are missing half the field tonight. So this is going to be well, hopefully these guys all race nice and close together, because having 8 cars on the track is going to be a little... Oh, and we already have somebody dropped out. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, something happened there. This might be the practice run, ladies and gentlemen. Let us bounce for a second. Yeah, it's a little weird how they do this. I haven't quite gotten into the rhythm of how they operate the starting of the races yet, so we are eventually going to get with their program here. Let me get you some sound. There you go. All right. What do we got here? We got Christmas Squad on point. GVG Raid, thanks for the great races. At Catch You Laters. John's coming in. We have Chris coming in with the share, Stefan coming in with the like, Jake coming in with the like, Chris with the like, Ray with the like. Thank you guys all so much for the love. You guys are awesome. Workham Silly GT. Hey, well, these boys, it's up to these boys to get it going and get some good racing going for us fans here tonight. So this is going to be a regular league we're calming for. I think the schedule's changing slightly. They were just talking about in the drivers' meeting there right before I pressed the button to go hot here. So as soon as those details come up, I will obviously let you guys know week in and week out. But I do know that next week's race will be at Blue Moon. That's right, there is going to be a Christmas Eve race, ladies and gentlemen. Unless they correct me. Epic in the Rain, CC Sim Racing in the building, supporting GD. Hey, what's up, CC? Craig Cook in the house, everybody. Man, we have got legends up in the chat tonight. We have got Sir CC Sim Racing himself, Craig Cook, and the man, the myth, the legend, Ghost Viper Gaming, all up in the Facebook chat. Let's show some love, chat. Let's get some hearts up in there for all these legends hanging out, watching this fantastic league race tonight. I think they've started it again. I don't know what's going on here. We're just chilling, hanging out with the group. I think they had an issue with something, and they've reset, so we should be getting underway shortly. Alright, so some of the drivers you guys probably do recognize in this league. We do have Tattooed Freak and Badass 350, both regular drivers that drive in the lobbies here on GT45 Gaming. We've also seen a couple of them participate in CC Sim's Cancer event last weekend as well. We have Ghost 413, who we worked together with last Sunday to do Toys for Tots event. He's also a Facebook streamer. I'm not sure if he's live right now, or actually. That'll be Ghost 413 over on Facebook. And then we have Bipolar Express does run in this series. He's just unavailable tonight as he has other things going on, again, because it's close to Christmas time. And a couple other drivers as well that are just off the tip of my tongue here at the moment. But these are some of the drivers that we all know fairly well, so they are in this series. Again, this is the official Formula Racing League. This racing league does originate out of the United Kingdom. And what has happened is there's been so much interest in North America for this league that a lot of American and Canadian, Mexican, Portuguese drivers from South America have been going over there to race. So they decided to try out a North American division and see how it goes. So this is Season 2. And the regular streamer for Season 1, I guess, was unable to stream the league this year. They were having some complications of some sort. We all know how that goes, streaming, ladies and gentlemen. And they've asked me to step in. So Some of these guys, again, are members of the community here, and I always do everything I can to try and help my community any way we can. So here we are. This is a little bit of backstory to how we started commentating for the OFR NA League. And yeah, as soon as these guys get this going, it should be a good race. Yeah, stream's good, boys. Alright. Just a second, guys. They should have asked us before we got started, but that's alright. I can't spell today. Alright. So let's get this viewing going here. We are now officially under qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. So Southern Night, sorry, Soaring Nightmares. I've been saying his name wrong like all day yesterday. Way to go, me. In the this is GR3, guys. So he is in the BMW Z4 car here. It looks like, and he got out first. And nice little Red Bull livery going on here. Now, we were just talking in the driver's meeting because this is a team event. So the way this breaks down is there's 5 teams of 3 in this series. And basically the way they split the drivers up to try and not have like, you know, one powerhouse team that's just going to win everything. And then the rest of the drivers are kind of trying to catch up to these guys. They've actually split it up so it's a Division 1 driver with a Division 2 driver and a Division 3 driver on each team. So they've done the absolute best they can to try and keep the playing field all the way across the teams fair and square. But however, with it only being 8 of 15 gentlemen on track tonight, there is definitely going to be a massive change in the team standings after this race. And once they get those standings put up, we'll start posting these standings on the page as well, so you guys can keep up with what's going on. So again, Soaring Nightmares up here in P1. Looking like he's got a good handle on this wet course here today, actually. He's cruising along pretty nicely here. Nice good lines, keeping those apexes, not really sliding the back end of the car around too much. Yeah, he's just doing a fantastic job. He's got good lines here. He's been practicing. Tim Connolly, Mr. Bipolar, expressed himself. How you doing? How you race, lads? I'm eating and drinking with friends. Cheers to the racers. Well, boy, I'm off here, boys. Hope you all have a great race and good evening. Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Vic coming in with the like as well. So, with a little spinny there from Doc. We're going to see lots of that tonight, I'm sure, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this is a race in the rain at Spa. I'm sure the drivers are going to be spinning out here and there as they're pushing for positions or battling. So, we do have Badass 350 here in his Corvette. We've got Ghost 413, and it's a no big surprise, ladies and gentlemen. There he is in that NSX. I swear to God, he dreams about that NSX, ladies and gentlemen. Proctor GP here in the Porsche. It should actually, you would think, be a decent car in the rain. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. We have Doc Coop in the Emily Frey Lexus, and absolutely. Now, this is a gorgeous livery, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not 100% sure who made these liveries, but this is Team Bipolar here with this Lexus. And absolutely just a well-done livery right there. And then we have Elliott here in 7th. We have, 4 minutes left to qualifying? Excellent. These guys should be coming around starting their hot lap here shortly. So we have Riddick Wolf here as well in 8th. Apex Motorsports livery on the car there. And that's it. That's all we got tonight in the field, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen. Ghost, good evening. How you doing? I'm good. Thank you, Vic. Thanks for stopping in. I will make sure to get the link for these guys, too, as well. We're supposed to be live on their Twitch channel. I actually don't know if it's working or not. We've been having some complications with Twitch here at the page lately, so hopefully that's going for them. If not, we'll have to outsource the issue and maybe go to their YouTube page. But I will get a link for you guys next week, so we can go show them some love over there at OFR. And make sure we smash down a subscription over there on the YouTube channel for him. So we're going to stick with Soaring Nightmares here while he's on his first official qualifying lap. These guys are only going to get 2 good laps in. So they only got 2 good chances at getting a good time here today. And the ones that haven't been practicing are definitely going to struggle on this track today. The rain is no joke in this game. It's extremely hard to drive in. You really have to think about it when you're coming into your braking points, when you're on your braking inputs going in, and obviously on the throttle as well when you're coming out of the corner. You put a little too much power down, and well, you could be in a whole world of hurt real quick, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna see what Soaring Nightmare's time is here as we're getting near the end of the lap, near-ish. All right, so. Red Bull, good classic Red Bull livery. We see lots of Red Bull liveries in GT Sport here. Red Bull's, everybody's a good Red Bull racing fan, obviously. And of course, with the newest F1 champion here this season as well, being a Red Bull driver, a lot of fans out there representing. So, congratulations to Red Bull for a great effort this season. Have a good one, matey. Just popped in to say hello and drop the stream a like. Have a good one, matey. Yeah, you too, Uncle Ray. Thanks for stopping in, brother. When you wake up, check for a lobby. We'll be live later yet. So, Soaring Nightmare is coming through with the live timing isn't working. There we go. 238. And then we had Apex Tattoo coming with the 239. And not working. There we go. Badass now coming across with a 240, putting him in 4th place. Proctor looking like he had a really good lap there. Doc Coop also coming across the line in 3rd place with a 239. Badass coming across there. We go. Goes 413 coming across in 7th with a 246. He must have made a mistake somewhere along the way there. He's a very unlike Ghost like that to have a time like that even in the rain. We have Riddick Wolf just coming across here now. Looking like it's going to be about a mid 240s here. 242, so that puts him in 7th. And let's go to Proctor here. What was his time? Again, in that Porsche, I did say, ladies and gentlemen, that Porsche should be pretty good in the rain. And a 236, almost a 236 flat. So he's got a 2-second lead on ASR Elliott in 2nd place there as far as pole position goes. Ooh, and Badass, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. There's that juicy spin we were talking about. This is just qualifying. We don't need to play that back. So we do have ASR Elliott here as well. Coming in 2nd on that last lap there, only 7 100, 8 100ths of a second ahead of Soaring Nightmares there in 3rd. Well, Soaring Nightmares has pretty much got a chalk lap here with that half-second penalty, so that's really unfortunate to see that for Soaring. So he's relying on that first lap to hold up and keep him on the podium as we start this top 3 spots starting the race, not podium. Doc Coop in 4th. We got Tattooed in 5th. All these drivers, ladies and gentlemen, are absolutely crazy fast drivers as well. I get the privilege of driving with these guys a fair bit, and they're much faster than I am, that's for sure. Badass 350 here in 6th. We got Riddick Wolf in 7th. And again, Ghost 413. Huge shout out to Ghost 413. He's our boy right now, you know what I mean. Coming in huge for the Toys for Tots event there last Sunday. Just want to give him a little extra love. If you guys haven't had the chance to go over and check out Ghost 413 stream, it is exactly how you see his name on the screen here, ladies and gentlemen, on Facebook. Search him up. Go throw him some love. Throw him a follow. Throw him a like. Throw him a share. The guy has nothing but genuineness in his heart, and it's an absolute honor to have him to be a part of the GT45 gaming team here as well. So we are going to go back to Mr. Proctor in that Porsche, who is just absolutely flying. As he does come across the finish line, let's see if he betters his time here. No, not quite. Just a little bit off. So we have Elliott and Doc Coop both coming across, and Ghost 430. All 3 of them coming across this line here at the same time. Woo. Let's see if we have any position change here. Yeah, Ghost 413 does squeeze himself into 7th. Alright, we still got guys on laps here. We just got to find them. Badass coming across, staying in 6th. Oh, there we go. Riddick Wolf will be the last lap coming across here, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, and where does he put himself? Keeps himself there in 8th. So from pole position to 8th place, we do have a approximate 6-second gap. So hopefully once the drivers get comfortable on track and they kind of get into each other's slips here, that we get some close racing tonight, only with 8 drivers on the track. All right, so Proctor in pole, ASR in second, Tattooed in third, Soaring Nightmares fourth, Doc Coop fifth, Badass 350 in sixth, Ghost 413 in seventh, and Riddick Wolf in eighth. So, ladies and gentlemen, the lights are up. This race is about to go green. And again, this should take approximately 40 to 45 minutes for 15 laps in the rain here today. Ooh, long lane, and we are green. Go, go, go. Ladies and gentlemen, the racers are off. And Proctor getting a really good start up the line. And ooh, boy. Soaring Nightmare is getting all kinds of sideways there. Managed to keep a hold of it. No harm, no foul here on the grid. We have them 3 wide here. Ghost 413, Badass, and Doc Coop all going 3 wide. Doc Coop does get ahead of all that. Ghost 413 backs out of that situation. And coming out in the back of the pack right beside Badass 350 here. So pretty good job by those drivers to go through there 3 wide. As we come through Rouge and La Radion. Absolutely high-speed corner. A little bit difficult to do in the rain, though, ladies and gentlemen, but fun corner nonetheless. If you guys play this game seriously, that's one of my favorite parts of the game right there. Is Rouge and La Radion, sorry. So Proctor in first with Soaring Nightmares all over the back end of him here. As we're going to stick with this quick little battle in first and second here just for a minute. It's hard to tell where all the real good battles are, but this is definitely the most important one on track at the moment. So as we can see, Soaring Nightmares absolutely trying to catch Proctor GP, but Proctor GP looking very, very strong in that 911 Porsche here today. As that's an absolutely great shot right there by the game. As you can see, the sun is kind of starting to set, so the track temperatures are going to be extremely cold as well. So combo that up with some water on track and some dirty air. This is going to be a very interesting night, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go through the field here. Soaring Nightmares is starting to lose a little bit of time off the back of Proctor here. We have a Tattooed Freak in third place, and Doc Coop going super, super wide coming through the corner here. Also holding on to a penalty as Elliott getting the move done there in that GTR around Doc Coop as he kind of got a little bit squirrely there into the corner. No contact. Absolutely fantastic job there by the drivers. As Badass 350, we see in the back going a little bit wide to avoid contact with Riddick there. So great job by these 2 drivers as well to keep it clean, keep it on track, no harm, no foul. All the drivers still here. They're all still packed up, which is fantastic to see. We want to see that all night, boys. Get her done. Get her done. And Ghost 413 just kind of hanging out in the back of the pack here for a few moments. These rain races are tough. You have the factor of the rain up in your way as too, so that is a visual distraction while you're driving on the track. And you need to have an absolutely 150% focus in these races just to make sure that you're memorizing that you need to brake a little bit sooner. You can't be quite as aggressive on the throttle coming out of the corners. And if you're too aggressive on the throttle, you're going to put the car sideways, and a good chance you're going to spin out and lose 2, 3, maybe several positions in the process. So we do have Proctor coming across in the first lap, holding down first place very nicely, starting to open a pretty good gap on the second place driver, Soaring Nightmares. It was at 1.3 seconds a half a lap ago. Now we're at 2.3 as we come into the first hairpin here. Absolutely difficult corner. You really want to get as tight to the wall as you can there and cheat that corner out as much as you can. And Ghost 413 looking like he's going a little bit wide there. Doc Coop maybe got a little. Let's go take a look at what happened there, shall we? All right, so. Oh, he's just. Yeah, he definitely had a spin at some point in time. Unfortunately we've missed it. And the replay wouldn't go as far enough back for us to see it. So, go, 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 says Craig. Proctor GP here in first place. Looking really good in that Porsche. Again, I said it at the beginning of the broadcast, this Porsche should do really well on this track with these conditions. I mean, look how low it is to the ground to start with. So you don't have as much a washout, I guess, so to speak, for lack of a better racing term for you guys today. So basically what I'm talking about there is you don't have as much water coming up off the track underneath the car, because what that essentially does is, you know, for when we're driving on highways in heavy rain conditions, we get you can start to feel your car not quite making full contact to the road. It's the same thing for these race cars, except they're at extremely high speed. So the lower down to the ground these cars are in the rain, actually the better for them, because it keeps the water moving outside and out behind the aero package we see there, and allows these cars to still maintain pretty decent suction to the ground, which allows them to get decent traction. And in these GR3 cars, ladies and gentlemen, that downforce is absolutely vital to their success around these racetracks. So we do have Soaring Nightmare still holding on to second place. We do have Elliott and Tattooed Freak kind of starting to close up here. So hopefully, oh, and Elliott goes sideways, and oh, Tattooed Freak hitting the wall. Oh my goodness. just a little bit too hard on the throttle there. He's just going to sit tight, let all the drivers get around before he comes on track. Very good race car racing sense right there, ladies and gentlemen. Smart race car driver Tattooed is. Lets the drivers go by, collect himself back on track, and get back in the fight. So good job by Tattooed Freak there, not to just try and get back on track and ruin somebody else's race because he made a mistake there. So let's take a look at this there. He just got too hard on the throttle, and yeah, you just lost it. We were talking about that just a few minutes ago. So tough stuff there for Tattooed, but again, great job by Tattooed not to interfere with the guys coming around the corner. He just waited, he was patient, and now he's back on track and racing again, ladies and gentlemen. So we need to get you guys some racing information here. And my keyboard always seems to do that, so just bear with me. I haven't quite figured out all the niches for this yet. Let's go, says Kilt. How you doing, Kilt? Welcome to coming to the stream. Coming in with the like and a share as well. Showing these guys the love, man. That's what these guys do this for. They race for the fans, and they have an absolute blast. Like I said, I do know quite a few of these guys. They're a really great group of dudes, so it's a privilege to be able to broadcast these races for them. And Soaring Nightmares here in second place. We have Elliot now comfortably in third place with Tattooed Freak spinning the car, and goes 413. His patience, as always, starting to already pay dividends here very early on in this race, coming all the way from 8th, now moving up to 4th. So great job here by Ghost, just driving his race and doing what Ghost 413 does. I watch a lot of his races, ladies and gentlemen, and he is an absolutely extremely patient driver. So that does pay dividends sometimes in these longer, more difficult technical races. We have Badass here in 5th place. Let's go, 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 go. Yeah, they're trying. It's so hard in the rain. We all know that. So Dog Coop here sitting in 6th. He's running the heavy wet tires. I haven't even looked to see if we have any intermediates on track here today. We have Riddick Wolf also on the wets. And Tattooed Freak is just absolutely not having a good day, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna do him some justice. We're not gonna re-show that poor spin to you guys. Poor Tattooed. Get back on track. You got this, brother. Keep it up. Just keep on it, man. Just keep on it. This is a tough race. Alright, so Proctor in first, ladies and gentlemen. Where are we at on the track here? We're going to do an on-board with him here in just a couple of seconds. So we have Soaring Nightmares here in second. Again, Elliot starting to close that gap on Soaring Nightmares, actually, in that GTR. So the GTR is a hard car to drive on a dry track. I can't even imagine what it's like on this wet track. But he's doing a fantastic job at keeping it underneath of him there. So no complaints. No complaints on this end. Looks good to the viewers. Goes 413 in 4th. Almost 6 seconds back from the third place driver here. So I guess we'll just have to see how things kind of play out for everybody chasing that lead group of drivers now. We have Badass here in the Corvette. Looking like all the drivers decided to go on the wet tire. Coop here in 6th in that Lexus. Again, we have Riddick in 7th and Tattooed in 8th. Still on track, still putting his paces, and that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. You never give up, you always drive, you never know what's going to happen. Another driver can do that, and bam, you've gained a position back. All of a sudden, you're back in the fight. So we are just started, we just came across the first, so let's... There we go. That's the one we're looking for. Let's do a nice little juicy one lap on board here with our leader of the race, ladies and gentlemen, as we're on lap 4 of 15. These boys are definitely in this one for the long haul, and probably gripping the steering wheel a little bit harder. Probably trying to be a little bit gentler on the pedals, and I'm sure the nerves are a little bit more on edge than typically when we're racing on a normal Friday night here with these guys. So nerves of steel is what it takes to race these rain races, and these guys are doing a fantastic job. We've only seen one driver so far struggling, and he's a good driver. I don't doubt for a second he'll regroup himself and get back in the fight here. I've been really impressed with Proctor's lines, his ability to keep control of the car in the rain, keep it on the apexes, coming out with really good throttle control. A lot of Spa is actually a mid to high speed racetrack. You just got to know how to use it, and I'm going to tell you, Proctor absolutely knows how to work this 911 to his advantage here today, and he is absolutely flying around Spa. And I mean, he's just cool, he's calm, he's collected. You don't see him too hard on the throttle, you don't see him too hard on the brakes. He's not in a hurry. He's just hitting his marks and just racing his line, and it's beautiful, may I add. Absolutely beautiful line. It looks like we got a battle starting to develop there around 4th and 5th place, so we are going to switch over there here really shortly to see what's going on back there. But he is on a purple lap at the moment, so we are going to stick with him until he finishes his lap, as he does own the fastest lap on track at the moment in this race, and almost a second up on that lap right now and coming through that last sector. So let's see what happens here at the end of this lap, as I'm still watching these couple little mini battles starting to develop. So how I'm telling that, ladies and gentlemen, is if you look in the top right hand corner of the screen there, you can see the map of the track, and right now you see that red dot. That is the leader that so whichever driver we're following at the time on track will be that red arrow, and all the little blue arrows on the track are all the rest of the drivers. So you can kind of start to see them group up a little bit, and it gives you an idea. Coming in with that 2:36.577, so almost a second faster than his fastest lap, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely great stuff. Which button? There it is. Haha, we found it. So we do have Elliott just making a pass on Nightmares there. Let's see if he maintains this through the corner. We got that marked. We'll get back to that in just a second. And sorry, Nightmares all over the back end of that GTR right now. But Elliott has been looking good throughout the early parts of this race with that GTR. It was just a matter of time, I think, before he was going to catch Soaring Nightmares. So a little bit wide going into the first part of Rouge there. Coming out already on. He's got a good handle in the car. Maybe get a penalty there. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Going into the first part of that, it looked like he kept a couple tires on the pavement there. So great job by him just to keep that car within the track limits. Spa's famous for giving you good juicy penalties. So you got to really be careful going through that first, that high-speed section of Rouge and L'Orient. Absolutely beautiful names for those corners too, by the way. So we do have Ghost 413 still here in 4th place, losing just a smidge amount of pace on 3rd and 2nd place there. Right, we were totally going to go back and see what was going on over there. Let's go take a look at that pass. Let's go back further. There we go. Alright. No, we just missed it. He made the pass actually going before the hairpin there, but Soaring Nightmares actually tried to come back on him, and just couldn't quite get it done, as Elliott did have the inside line going into the hairpin. So naturally he should have held this position, and actually he did a great job, as we've seen a little bit earlier on, coming out of the hairpin there to maintain 2nd place. So we're going to move through the pack here. Badass sitting pretty comfortably in 5th. We have Riddick Wolf in 6th. Tattooed Freak sitting in 8th. We missed Coop. Sorry, Doc. And there's Doc in 7th place. Oh, just love that livery. Seriously, it's my favorite livery out of this series this year. It's just phenomenal. So much work went into that. You can just tell by looking at it. Alright, so we are with Proctor here. Spa in the rain. Oh, man, I know that struggle. Not easy at all. Hey, I hear you, Kilt, brother. I hear you. I was doing a little bit of rain driving on Spa last night myself, actually. So we do have Proctor in 1st place here. Just absolutely demolishing the pack with that Porsche. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. These are absolutely fast guys that he's racing against. And he is just taking that Porsche to a whole different level tonight. So, really good job by Proctor. At this point, really, he just needs to keep it steady, keep it calm, just drive his race, not push. He doesn't need to push. He's got a 12-second gap on 2nd place. Even if they try to get an undercut situation in the pits here, I don't think that they're close enough to do it. They'll gain a little bit of time on him, but I don't think that they're really going to get that undercut with the gap he's building here. So, and growing very quickly. We're gonna sit here on our 2nd and 3rd place drivers for the moment. This is kind of where the closest battle on track at the moment is, which is fantastic. At least it's nice to see we do have a couple battles. But Soaring Nightmares really getting a little loopy coming up through L'Orient there. So let's go take a little peek at that. He was just holding on for dear life on that car. Oh, he had to check up. He had to check up, or he was gonna blow that corner. Oh, and he still took it a little wide. Great job by Soaring Nightmares to keep it under control there. That's scary when you got your car spinning sideways in the rain like that at 120 miles an hour, ladies and gentlemen. Fumbling around my buttons today. So we do have Badass here in 5th. I try to keep these absolutely family friendly. It's kind of hard with some of these names, but it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologize. We have Riddick Wolf here in 6th. We have Doc in 7th. 5.5 seconds behind Riddick. So we'll have to see if the pit stops. And Tattooed Freak now struggling a little bit here with a half-second penalty, but he is only three seconds behind Doc Coop. So there is plenty of time left in this race for... Actually, he can see Doc Coop up ahead of him there, as we just saw in that shot. You could just see Doc Coop's name tag coming down the hill, going around the hairpin here. So definitely back in the fight there. And as I said earlier, he's an absolutely fast driver, so I'm not surprised to see him gather himself back up after a couple of little mistakes early on in the race there, and get back with the program. And Proctor's just putting on a clinic tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Just an absolute clinic. You want to know how to drive in the rain? This is how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. You know, if you're watching in the bottom center of the screen there, you can see where the speedometer is and the gear they're in. On the left-hand side of the speedometer is the braking input, and on the right-hand side is the throttle control input. So if you watch those bars move up and down, it shows you exactly how much input he's putting into his brakes and his acceleration going in and out of the corners here on the racetrack. And as you can see, he's not ever at any point actually putting 100% brake pressure on the car. Two reasons for that being, I'm very familiar with this Porsche 911. It's the car I drive in Manufacturer Series here on Gran Turismo. So with that being said, this Porsche does not like heavy braking at high speed. It automatically wants to kick the back end straight sideways, and once you do that, it is really hard to gather this MR back up. So what he's doing here is he's only really putting in, he's got full throttle there. I think he might have actually missed his braking point a little bit. He did a really good job of keeping it together though. But what that does, if you go with a little bit of lighter brake input and just use your gear shifter to kind of help slow the car down and allow that Porsche to coast around the corners as opposed to braking it around the corners, if that makes any sense to you guys. I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible for the viewers who don't understand the race language. It allows him to maintain a lot more speed through the corners without sliding. And then, of course, when he comes out of the corner exit, he's already got a fair amount of speed coming out. He's just got to get back on the throttle. Not 100%. You can't go 100%. You got to feather it into the 100%. You got to pedal it, so to speak. So if you guys are watching the inputs right now as I'm explaining this, you can see exactly what I mean. He's doing an absolutely amazing job with that Porsche in the rain today. So we do have Elliott here in second. Not to give all the screen time to our leader, I just wanted to explain that... I just wanted to explain how that Porsche really does work, and this is the reason why he's doing so well in this race, because he's absolutely just got it down to his science today, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't think he can be beat unless he really makes a big mistake. I hate to say it to the rest of the field, but they got to step their game up just a little bit. So we do have Elliott here in second. We have Ghost 413 now in third. Somebody potentially did make a pit stop there, I'm guessing. We missed that. My bad. Too busy talking. So we have Badass here in fourth, and Doc Coop now in fifth. So yeah, we definitely have some pit stops happening here. We're just not seeing them. And now Apex in sixth, coming from eighth. We have Soaring Nightmares, who obviously just came out of the pits, full tank of fuel and a new set of tires, and Riddick Wolf as well, coming out with a fresh set of tires and a full tank of fuel. So. Two drivers have stopped. I would imagine this is going to be just a one-stop race for most of these drivers, based on what I'm seeing left in the... I mean, look at the fuel in Proctor's Porsche, ladies and gentlemen. He's still between a quarter and a half a tank, so he's got 2/3 of a tank of fuel with only 7 laps remaining. 8, I guess, including the lap they're on. So... not quite enough for a no stop, I don't think, but literally when he does finally need to come into those pits, it is going to be an absolute just splash and dash for this driver, which is just going to continue to help his march to the top of the podium here today. I will be on later, shared. Thanks, Craig. Much love, brother. Appreciate it. Good, just trying to unwind and calm down so I don't get rage drive. Oh, yeah, easy, Joe. Man, take it easy out there. It's wintertime, brother. Night all, great stream goes. Thanks, Craig. Thanks for coming in and showing love, brother. Much appreciation. It's Craig Cook from CC Sim, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure if you guys don't know what CC Sim Racing is all about, you go and check their channels out over on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. It's CC Sim Racing, real simple. Go show the man some love. He's an absolutely spectacular dude, and I can only dream to be as good as him on the comm someday. So we do have Ghost now. All right, let's see if we can see what happened here. Ghost now in second. I'm assuming it was a pit stop. Yeah, Elliott has gone into the pits, so that is absolutely the correct assumption to be making there. Badass now assuming third place. And Badass is actually doing a really good job with this Corvette as far as fuel consumption goes. This car is a little bit of a pig on fuel, so Badass 350 is doing a really great job here saving fuel in that Group 3 Corvette today. And we have Doc Coop now in fourth again, due to drivers having pit stops there, and Tattoo Freak is putting some pressure on him here. So let us stick with what is going on right here with this little juicy mini battle we have going on. We got Rachel O'Connell coming in with the thumbs up. Much love. How you doing? Thank you for popping in. All right. Mark Jip looks a bit wet. Oh, it is absolutely wet. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope the race fans were prepared for some rainy weather today. So we do have Doc Coop doing a pretty good job. Oh, we got a little airtime there from Freak as he hits the little bumper sticking out of the corner there. Just a little Gran Turismo treat for the viewers every once in a while. I tell you, it's because the stewards, what they do before the race starts is the mechanics go into these cars and they put a little James Bond button, I like to call it, and every once in a while the drivers just like to pop that button and launch their car in the air, just for the viewers out there, just for you guys out there. We have Elliott here in 6th place. We have Soaring Nightmares here in 7th. And Riddick Wolf in 8th. I might be a 40-year-old man, ladies and gentlemen, but I still have the imagination of a 12-year-old, I assure you. As we do have the leader finally starting to come in for his pit stop. And I assume that he's probably only going to take no more than a quarter tank of fuel here. And it'd be interesting to see where Ghost comes out compared to Proctor. As it looks like... Is Ghost going to go in? Yeah, Ghost is also going into the pits. Badass does opt to stay out for another lap. So we're going to stay with Badass here as he comes across the start-finish line. And so the pit exit on Spa here is actually around this hairpin. And it comes out just before Eau Rouge and Loradion. So we'll see where he comes out here as compared to Badass. And he comes out four seconds ahead of Badass. Coming out of the pits there, so let's see where Ghost 413 is taking a full tank of fuel here. He only has 5 liters of fuel left in that car, so he might not be taking a full tank, but he's definitely going to be taking enough to get to the end of the race. And it's going to be curious to see if Proctor has enough in him to drop that fastest lap down even further yet tonight. So we'll keep our eye on that as well. As we have Badass here, just taking a look at their personal fastest laps for each driver, he's 4 seconds. Almost 4 full seconds off the fastest lap here. Proctor coming into third. We have Tattoo Freak doing a great job getting back into this fight, ladies and gentlemen. Now in third place here. Much better lap with a 2:38. He's still 2 seconds off that fastest lap on track. We've got Doc Coop in this absolutely gorgeous looking Emily Frey's Lexus here. And little bit drifty there. That was actually a really good job by him to keep that together and still maintain the speed coming out of the corner there. 2:41 being his PB at the moment, so about 5 seconds off the pace. We have Elliott with a 2:38.9 as well, a little over 2 seconds off. Soaring Nightmares with a 2:39. So and Ghost with a 2:39. So Proctor GP is just absolutely on a whole different level today, ladies and gentlemen. And a 2:42 here with Riddick. Riddick looking like he's not enjoying this rain race a whole lot. Looking like he's struggling just a little bit off the pace, just a bit. He's a very fast driver, ladies and gentlemen. If you caught the race we broadcast last night for these guys from last week's event, he was in the fight all night long there. So just struggling with this rain event here this evening. And this is a points race, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, the teams basically that have multiple drivers right now on track are definitely going to jump up in the standings here after this race because we are missing 7 drivers tonight. And then Proctor's just flying. He's just on a mission today. We're just going to go hang out with the rest of the pack here. He's off in his own little world. He's just cruising. I should have put a bet on that Porsche at the beginning of this race, ladies and gentlemen. I just had a feeling. Tattooed Freak is doing a really good job of coming back here in this race. He is in that Supra, and he really likes that Supra. He drives that Supra a lot, actually. So he's very familiar with the car because the Super is not an easy car to tame. And I would imagine that in the rain, that car is just a mega beast to handle. So he's doing a fantastic job here. But he does have Elliott really trying to close the gap up on him here. So we're going to monitor that as the next lap progresses. He's at 1.8. Oh, it don't matter because Tattoo just popped himself into the pit lane there. So he will definitely drop behind these two drivers, Soaring Nightmares and Elliott, as he's making his pit stop. Again, this should only be a one-stop race, I believe, for most of these drivers tonight. Unless something dramatic happens, they made a miscalculation on fuel. I don't expect to see any of these drivers come in for a second time. So we do have Ghost coming around the final hairpin coming down the start-finish straight here. We'll have to see if Ghost can come out ahead of Tattoo. As we are coming around the first hairpin here, this is the first corner of the lap. So this is where the pit exit is coming up on the right-hand side here. And it does look like he is going to get ahead of Tattooed there. We're just going to rip down real quick and see where everybody comes out. So yeah, Ghost does retain 6th place here as we see him coming through La Rodion. And coming up to the winding S section of the racetrack. And we have Tattooed coming out just ahead of Riddick here. So we'll have to see if Riddick is able to make a move on Apex here. But Apex does have some fresh rubber underneath the car. And what's he sitting at? Just a little over half a tank of fuel, where Riddick is sitting about the same. But he does have a couple lap old tires. So that will definitely play a factor into whether or not he can catch Tattooed here this evening. So we do have Proctor just opening the gap up again. I think that's the first time we've watched him tonight, ladies and gentlemen, where I've actually seen him lose that Porsche even remotely a little bit on track. So when you talk about perfect races, at the moment, knock on wood, ladies and gentlemen, he is having one. And as I say that, he goes wide coming through the sweeping corner there. Sorry, Proctor, a little bit of commentator's curse there. It's so hard to catch yourselves doing that sometimes, so I do apologize, brother. We have Badass 350 here doing a fantastic job in that Corvette in 2nd place, as he did disconnect in the last race, so he definitely needs wants a good finish here in this race to make up for the unfortunate disconnect in the last race. As we have Elliott in 3rd, and Soaring Nightmares not letting him just drive away, that is for sure. He is absolutely humming through the track with this Z4 BMW. And again, this you would think would be somewhat of a decent car on the track, again, just due to the sheer fact that it's so low to the ground. We have Badass. Oh, he will be making his pit stop here. He has not pit yet, so we'll have to see if staying out on track for all that extra amount of time is actually going to pay off for him. So we're going to sit here behind Doc Coop and Ghost 413, who is starting to put some pressure here on Doc. And actually, Doc's going to have to come in and pit here. So Ghost will get around Doc as he runs over that little barrier thing there, gets a little bit of airtime as well. So we're going to go watch Ghost. There's Ghost up in 4th place. He sure likes those 4th place finishes here in the series here this year. He's Mr. Consistency at his finest in the season so far in the early stages this year. So looking very good himself right now, doing a great job. Again, same thing with Ghost. I really haven't seen him lose his car too much as we've been transitioning through the field here tonight either. So looking like he's doing a really great job with this NSX. And again, another car that is quite low to the ground. So we are seeing the cars that are really low to the ground doing really well at Spa in the rain here today. So, ladies and gentlemen, next time you are having to do a rain race on Spa, take that into consideration. You might want to think about a car that is sits fairly low to the ground. As Doc is now coming out of the pits here, coming up with exactly a half a tank of fuel. And quite a ways off the pace. We'll have to see if he can gain any time on the pack there. As Proctor is just flying, ladies and gentlemen. We are at lap 11 of 15 this evening here in this OFR NA Season 2 Round 3 race at Spa. Again, this race does count towards the point total for the season. This is a team event, so if you are just tuning into the broadcast or if you're new to an event like this, this is a league race. This is a league put on by Official Formula Racing League. This is a league based out of the United Kingdom. And what has basically happened is there was so much interest from North American and South American drivers that they decided to branch a North American division. And so here we are. This is now season 2 of this division from Official Formula Racing. And Online Formula Racing, actually, I think it stands for, not official. And so here we are. So what happened was their regular streamer in season 1, I'm not sure, either was unable to continue streaming, or I can't quite exactly remember. He might have had some issues with his equipment, something along those lines. So again, because some of these guys are a part of the GT45 gaming community here, they reached out to me, and we of course gladly obliged, and we're here to broadcast season 2 for these guys this year. So this is a team event. There is 5 teams of 3 drivers during this this particular series. It is a mixture of Group 3 and Group 4 cars throughout the season. And it is a Division 1 driver with a Division 2 driver with a Division 3 driver on each of the 5 teams. And they've done this to keep the field of drivers absolutely as a level playing field as they possibly can. So we do suspect that as the new year turns around, that the drivers start settling back into their regular routines. As we have Elliott here in 2nd place now with Soaring Nightmares in 3rd. Still kind of maintaining that gap behind Elliott there. So not really losing any time, but not really gaining any time. And I mean, the driver, they are starting to run out of laps here now. So if we're going to see drivers starting to push, it's going to be within the next 2 to 3 laps here. So we have Ghost 413 here sitting in 4th. I know Ghost. He is absolutely 100% content with where he's sitting right now. He's probably looked up at that live timing, seeing that he's 20 seconds behind 3rd place, and really probably just monitoring that gap between himself and Badass behind him in 5th place. A little bit squirrely there, a little bit of a misshift, and it actually kind of unsettled the car there, but he did a good job of keeping it together, as we can just see Badass coming through the corner off in the distance there. So we'll be monitoring 4th and 5th here a little bit as the race gets near the end, as I do suspect we might have a battle there. And we do have Tattoo Freak really trying to gain here, but a 10-second gap between him and Badass 350 and Goes 413 as he goes a little bit wide through that hairpin there. Does a good job not to lose the car though, and carries on. So we have Doc here in 8th, and we have Riddick here in 7th. Sorry, Riddick, did not mean to skip you, my guy. As he's going to do a little Tokyo drift around the hairpin here with a little bit of style in that Aston Martin. And it does a pretty good job of actually keeping that together. So, nice job there. Thanks for the show, brother. Appreciate that. Alright, so Proctor just running away with this race. He's 32 seconds ahead of the rest of the group here right now. He's really going to have to make a very, very vital mistake here to lose this race today. And just driving that Porsche absolutely flawlessly, almost flawlessly all the way through here today. So Elliott is, 2.5 seconds. So Elliott gained about 0.3 of a second on Soaring Nightmares. This is the last time we checked in on these guys. So I think we're trying to monitor, we're trying to find the best battle here. And I think Badass made a mistake there. So he was like 5 seconds behind Ghost. Now he's 10. So a little bit of an incident on track there. Let's see the gap between him and Tattooed now. About the same. So we don't really have any battles going on right now, so we're going to hang out. We're just going to check out, see what's going down here, and watch these drivers running their laps. Again, the race leader, ladies and gentlemen, Proctor GP, absolutely blazing fast today, just putting on a clinic. Beautiful OFR on the front aero package here on this Porsche. The front clip, as we would call that. We have Elliott in that GTR. Very simple design, just yeah, nice and clean. Looks good. And then we got that Red Bull BMW here in 3rd place. Got that Honda NSX here in 4th place. Go 413, ladies and gentlemen, in that Honda. He loves that car. Like legit, he loves that car. I bet you he has like, I bet you his pillows and blankets have pictures of NSXs all over him. Don't tell him I said that. Badass 350 here in 5th place. Oh my. We have Tattooed in 6th. We have Doc in 8th. How's everybody enjoying the race today, ladies and gentlemen? The field has spread out. There he goes. Nana and Granddad here enjoying the stream. I'll be back. Got to run to the store, I'm assuming. Yep, to 7-Eleven. Alright, Kill Pro. Welcome, Nana and Granddad. Love to see you guys here. Thank you so much for stopping in and showing the love. Appreciate this. And yeah, good little race these guys are having here. So this is a manufacturer's deal as well. I forgot to mention this actually when I was explaining how this all breaks down this year for these guys. This is also a manufacturer series as well. So these guys have picked their manufacturers. They have to drive this manufacturer for the whole season. So whatever your Group 3 car is also the same manufacturer for your Group 4 race cars. And I do believe that there is an additional set of points for manufacturer as well in this series. I'm gonna have to look into that, and I'll give you guys confirmation next week on that for sure. I think it's next week. I'm pretty sure these boys are racing Christmas Eve, so actually, you know what, we can go look at the calendar. I can tell you guys. How silly of me. Alright, we're just looking on Discord here. Give me 1 second to find the calendar here. There it is. So, that's the wrong calendar. We are going to be on, I believe it's Blue Moon Speedway with the Group 4 cars next week. And if I'm wrong with that, I will make an announcement on the page just to let everybody know if that information is not 100% correct. The calendar is a little bit changing, so. Alright. Great stuff. So we are here with Proctor. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I was just looking at the official Discord for OFR, so just seeing if there's any better information I could relay back and forth to you absolutely amazing people here today. So, goes 413 and forward. Sorry, Nightmares. I mean, I don't actually suspect, unless a driver makes a mistake at this point. Woo, as we see Badass kind of getting a little bit squirrely there. Let's go quickly look here as he's coming around the corner here. Oh yeah, just a little bit too quick around the corner. That actually wasn't anything to do with throttle coming out of the corner. That was just he went around the corner a little bit too quick, and that Corvette just got a little bit sideways on him. He did a really good job to gather it up though. And Tattooed here in 6th. Considering the start that Tattooed Freak did have at this race, he had 2 quick spins in the first 3 laps of the race. He was quite a ways out the back of the field. He's actually come all the way back up into 6th place this evening. So Tattooed Freak doing an absolutely fantastic job there. As we have Coop here in 7th. And Riddick here in 8th place, as we just see him coming through Eau Rouge and La Radiant. Absolute full tilt that time. He came through there with some pretty good speed. So we are with Proctor. We're going to stay with Proctor for the remainder of the final lap here until he crosses the start-finish line, and then do the same with each of the drivers. So we are on the final lap of this race, ladies and gentlemen. And Proctor, just start to finish, absolutely putting on a clinic today here in the rain at Spa. All the Porsche fans out there, there you go. I said at the beginning of the broadcast, this Porsche should be really good here, and he did not let me make a liar out of me. So fantastic stuff by Proctor. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Way to drive that car, brother. Way to drive that car. Let's do a let's mess around with a few different views here for a second. So this is kind of what it looks like behind the car when you're driving in the rain here. As you can see, there's a fair amount of spray coming off this car. Now, with that being said, the spray is actually quite minimal off the Porsche because of how low to the ground it is. A lot of the spray is actually being pushed off to the sides of the car, where if we go to this GTR that sits quite a bit higher off the ground than that Porsche, once he gets up to speed, you'll see quite a bit more spray come out of the back of this car. we're kind of in a slow speed section. I don't really want to lose the race leader here, so we are going to just get back on the race leader as he's coming around the last few corners of the race here today. So the next corner here is going to be that long, kind of losing a little bit there. Now is not the time to blow your race, my guy. So we're coming around just, it's not really a straightaway, but it is a straight. This is a full speed section, even coming around the next sweeping left-hander here. In the rain, it's just a slight little lift, and you're going around this corner. In the dry conditions, if you get it just right, you can definitely full speed through that corner. As we are coming to the final corners of the racetrack, the last 2 corners, ladies and gentlemen, the final chicane here at Spa. And Proctor GP is absolutely going to be the today's winner. So, congratulations to the Porsche driver here, Proctor GP, taking home the race win here on Spa in the rain today, as Soaring Nightmares has definitely closed the gap up here on Elliott. So, really good job here by Soaring Nightmares. He does have this gap to within 1 second. Does he have enough time to catch up to this GTR and try and make a move here coming up to the end of the race? I don't think he does. He's gonna have to really close him up at the breaking point here and get him in the second part of the chicane, and I just don't think he's close enough to do this. And yeah, it looks like he's just gonna kind of admit defeat for second place and just settle in third and not make a mistake and take home that podium today. So we do have Elliott coming across our race today with the GTR in second, and that BMW from Soaring Nightmares in third place. Great job by our top 3 drivers tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We will jump in chat with these guys after the race finishes here and see if we can get some quick little interviews with our top 3 finishers as well. So it goes 4:13 now coming across here, finishing his race for the evening at Spa, and doing a fantastic job here in that NSX, taking a solid 4th place finish. Mr. Consistency at his finest. As we have Badass go coming all the way around that corner sideways. Yeehaw! A little American muscle there, ladies and gentlemen. Badass coming across in 5th place with that Group 3 Corvette. We have Tattooed Freak looking like I'm making a little bit of a mistake into the chicane there. Coming around the final part of the chicane. He is going to bring this one home in 6th place today. So great job by Tattooed Freak. Again, he did have 2 spins very early in the race and did manage to come back for a solid 6th place finish in this race today. So great job by Tattooed Freak as well. As we are now sitting here with Doc, as he's in this absolutely gorgeous Emily Frey Lexus, and we'll be coming across the start-finish line here in approximately 15 to 20 seconds. And he took that chicane actually really nicely. Good power coming out of the corner. That was a really good set of corners there from Doc Coop. Great job by Doc, finishing in 7th here today with that Lexus, and Riddick Wolf here with that Austin Martin coming across here as our final finisher of the evening. And great job by all the drivers. Getting a little bit wide there, but there's probably a timer on the lobby here, and he just wants to get across that finish line. Every driver always wants to get across that start-finish line at the end of the race, so deciding to take a little bit of a deep line coming into the chicane. It's an interesting line, actually. I've been messing around with that same line, and if you get it right, you actually come out of the second half of that chicane with a pretty good amount of speed. So finishing 8th here as well. Great job by all our drivers today, ladies and gentlemen. So as you can see here, Proctor GP with the 1st place finish. Absolutely great job today. As we're going to take a screenshot of that. There we go. And he was just absolutely blazing fast. Oh, my battery's dying. Wah, wah. We're going to save that replay. That was I want to do a little bit of research on that driving from Proctor myself. So that was really fantastic driving right there. And we're going to go check out the race results here. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, Proctor GP finishing in 1st place with some serious authority. Almost a full 3/4 of a minute faster than the 2nd place driver, Elliott, here in that GTR. And then we had Soaring Nightmares in that Z4 BMW. We have Ghost 413 in that NSX. Badass 350 in the Corvette. Tattooed Freak in the Supra. Doc Coop in the Lexus. And Apex Riddick in that V12 Vantage. And fastest lap on track today, ladies and gentlemen, is Proctor GP with a 2:36.077. So 6/1000ths of a second off his qualifying time. Absolutely amazing consistency here by this driver tonight. So great job by all these drivers. So I'm just going to cut the chat audio from the guys here for a second because we all know what it's like after a race. The guys are having fun, they're giggling, they're decompressing, and we're trying to keep this family friendly, so we're going to just make sure that you can't hear the swear words that are probably coming out of their mouths right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Jip also coming in with the like and a share. Much love, you guys. CC Sim coming in showing the love. Ghost Viper Gaming coming in this GVG squad showing the love today. Absolutely great stuff by all the sim racing communities around Gran Turismo Sport here. At the end of the day, we're all basically one giant family anyways, so love to see that support. And it's great to see the support for the OFR racers as well. Pardon me, guys. So let's go get back in that chat room here and see what is up. My controller's absolutely going to die. Yeah. Good job, guys. Good job. Alright, so Elliot left. I don't know, man. Proctor put on an absolute clinic, boys. I'm sorry to say it, man, but you guys just didn't have enough for him today. He was quick, man. He was quick. Well, we didn't catch him then. I think I only caught you losing control of that car one time through the whole broadcast. So that was a really great job, man. Yeah, it's all good, man. Anytime, guys. Half of you guys are part of the fam jam, anyways. So. I know, like, talk about killing me here, man. What the hell? It's all good. You know what? It's all good. Ass is seriously not even a bad word nowadays. It's not even a bad word anymore. All right, so we only got what? Yeah, we only got one of the guys in here. So just give me a second, guys. I'm just going to shut this broadcast down so we can upload it to your YouTube, and then I'm going to fire up another stream in a bit. They can't hear you. They can't hear you. It's all good. You're good. You're good. They can only hear me talking to you guys, probably scratching their heads, going, "What are they saying right now?" Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. All right, so I'll shut her down, and then I'll be right back in about 2 minutes here. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So two of our three podium finishers already left the room here. So we're going to skip the podium interviews today, and we'll make sure we get those for you guys next week. So again, it is Blue Moon next week. Hold on, let me confirm actually. Hey guys, are we racing next week? Are we racing Christmas Eve night? No. Okay. Okay, so the next 2 weeks there won't be any events then. Okay, cool. Thank you. Good enough for now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I was completely incorrect. So there we go, some confirmation from the drivers. We are going to be taking the next 2 weeks off at the OFR season races here. So OFR will be back with us in the first week of January. And hopefully everybody does have an absolutely fantastic holiday over there at OFR. And can't wait to see the next season race here coming into the new year. So I just want to take a minute to thank you guys for tuning in today. Thank you for all the likes, the shares. Thanks for coming in, showing the love, man. These guys absolutely appreciate everyone coming in and hanging out tonight, watching the broadcast. And we have a couple weeks to figure out some technical issues for getting to their Twitch page. So we will get that sorted for the new year, and we will also be broadcasting this live on one of their official channels as well throughout the rest of the season. So what we have coming up tomorrow is the GTRC special event race as well, ladies and gentlemen. don't actually know that much quite about what's going on yet. I'm gonna have to get in the Discord and get my details sorted out. But that will be, I believe it's at 1 o'clock my time. We'll confirm, but we'll be live. When we go live tomorrow, it'll be to start with that, and then we're gonna do something a little bit different. We're gonna do a watch party stream for GT Champions. Now, we all know that I participate in this league, and I do commentate for this league, and we're going to do something a little bit different on stream tomorrow with that, and we'll get into that more tomorrow once it's happening. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Again, this was the OFR North American Division. This is Season 2, Round 3 at Spa. This was a points race, and we were missing half the field today. So coming into the new year, we should start to see all 15 drivers on track, and we should definitely see some really great racing action from these guys. And they also appreciate everyone's support as well, tuning into the broadcast today. And I'm going to shut this broadcast down so I can upload this separately to their channel, and then we'll fire up a new stream, say in about 15 minutes. We're going to open up a lobby here tonight, and yeah, come on in, guys. Let's race. It's Friday. Much love, and on behalf of GT45 Gaming, thank you for tuning in tonight's broadcast, and everybody stay winning because you're all number one. Love you much.